Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. That is what I heard when this soul contacted me. This is going to be a mediumship reading. And I quite enjoy the person who has presented himself to me. It is definitely a male figure in this case. He has the vibe of being somebody's grandfather. Grandpappy. Okay, Grandpappy. I stand corrected. It's Grandpappy. And this could be a figure who is either blood related or you had seen him in this way while he was here. And he is now on the other side. He has quite the personality. He is very humorous and witty. And I quite enjoyed setting all this up with him, too. I like to set up as I'm doing my readings because I allow spirit to take over and put in the backgrounds what needs to be there for reasons I don't even understand sometimes. And so I offered this to him and I said, you know, what would you like to see in this video? How would you like this to look? The padding, you know, the cloth. And he is hilarious. I was walking through my house and he points to this and he goes, that's real pretty. He says, I like that. Royal red. That's what he said. And I laughed. It made me laugh. This is why. Because this thing right here is my red robe. It's my red bathrobe. Okay? So I was like, alright, I'll be open to it. Why not? So here we are. And then he started telling me which items to grab to display in the background as well. And he said that these things are going to be significant as well for the person that this is for. He did say that 2 candles are going to mean something to him. You can't really see this one very good, but it's in there. And he also liked the Himalayan sea salt. He said, yeah, I like that sea salt candle holder. He guided me to the black and white hands that I have and these crystals out here. The white one is a geode. I forget exactly what the middle one is. Let me show it to you. I forget the name. It's got a difficult name for me to pronounce, but it's this one. If it'll focus. There we go. Put it in the comments if you remember what this is called. I totally forgot. So we have that, and then we have an aboriginal seashell that kind of looks like a moon. And then, oddly enough, there was some items on my floor that were probably left behind by my daughter. But he pointed them out. He's like, I like these. And there's very specific reason why that he had not shared with me yet. Or if he does at all. Maybe you just need to see them. But this one, it's a sticker. Like the little magic star stickers. And then there's another star. That's this one. And this one kind of reminds me a little bit of like one of those old-fashioned sheriff stars. You know what I mean? Like the Wild West era, where there were those big badges. So anyways, I had quite the fun time hanging out with this man already. He is wonderfully funny, and he is just very down to earth. But he entered my mind with the yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. He entered with that, and I'm like, what is that? It made me laugh, too. Like, I laughed out loud. My daughter looked at me. I'm like, never mind. So I wanted to sit down. I wanted to give him some space here on my floor. I wanted to give him a seat at my table, so to speak. and see what messages that he is bringing for his loved one at this time. As far as the divination tools, I also gave that to him to help me pick out what he would like to be used as we're sitting here talking with him. And the first thing that he saw was my oracle deck, the trash animals. And he says, I like those. Those are funny. So maybe that's just like something that he was into. Maybe he loved raccoons. Maybe, you know, could be some kind of synchronicity there. But then he saw these. And he goes, I like them playing cards right there. He says, I like those a lot. So I grabbed those. And then he saw my He saw my Scrabble tiles. And he's like, I really like Scrabble. So I'm not sure where we're going to go with this, but let's just kind of play. I'm getting a very playful, fun vibe off this guy. Oh, and he's also reminding me right now, too, as I was setting up this cloth, that, like, see how, like, if you rub it, it changes the colors, like velvet. And it reminded me, because I was trying to smooth it out a little bit, but it reminded me of a child playing in sand. So maybe that's one of your memories that you've had revolved around this grandfather figure, is playing in the sand and going like this. He's saying that that's going to stand out to someone. Someone's going to recognize by me saying that. So I appreciate you for reminding me to do that. I also wanted to note some visuals that he gave me as well. And the first one is there's a big open green grassy field that's surrounded by really tall green trees. And in the field there's massive amounts of horses, and they're tan with black manes, and they do appear to be wild. They don't appear to be like horses that would be in a corral, like they're running around in a very vast area. The next thing that he had showed me was a dirt road that comes off of a really long black pavement road. There's like a turnoff and it turns into a dirt road, and a little bit up the ways there's a giant like wrought iron, black wrought iron, like, how do I say it? Kind of like a gateway, archway. That's what I'm looking for, like an archway. And it does say something at the top, but it's ranch. It's something ranch, but the first word is kind of jumbled. I can't quite make out what the first word is. But it's a giant wrought iron archway over the top of this dirt road that's leading up to a property. So those are two things that he has shown me visually when I tapped in just now. Alright, he's saying first things first. He says first things first, and then he points to the Scrabble tiles. And he's communicating that he wants me to pull a couple letters to possibly signify either his name or his initials. So I'll go ahead and do that and see what happens there. We've got C, we've got Q, we have O, P, and N. So I'm just going to leave those there. This might be significant for you to maybe a confirmation on some letters of a name. I can't help but notice that it says COP here, and with the sheriff badge, you know, that might be reaffirming. And I'm starting to get the feeling that perhaps this isn't an immediate grandfather. This very well could be somebody who is in your lineage or a few grandfathers back, if that makes sense. He keeps saying, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. He loves that one. That's like his favorite thing. Now he's having me reach for these playing cards, and as I'm looking at them, I'm actually I can't help but notice that the Joker cards in this deck in particular have horses. And this is a deck that I haven't really used much at all. It was just kind of sitting on my game shelf. So I think that's a pretty cool synchronicity. I get the feeling that he liked to do like pranks and tricks. He likes to, maybe he's reincarnated. I don't know. But he definitely likes to joke around, but he also likes to do tricks on people, if that makes sense. For instance, I was getting my incense out right here. This is my favorite one, by the way. It smells so good to me. Celestial bliss. But I picked it up. And it appeared, see how it appears that nothing's in there? And I'm like, damn, I must have grabbed the wrong box because I have an empty one that is lingering over there somewhere. And then he's like, nah, just pull up. He's like, nah, just pull it up. Just pull it up. He's like, I'm just jerking your chain. And so I pulled it up, and I didn't know, but it was ripped. And there's all the incense right there. So it was kind of like, it reminded me of a magic trick. So he's very interactive. He's very fun. So what would you like me to do, sir, with these playing cards here? I'm just going to shuffle them a little bit. Alright, he's saying just go ahead and pull one now that I've shuffled them. We've got the Jack of Clubs. I do know that within tarot, the Jack of Clubs is the Page of Wands. And in the depiction of the Page of Wands, the person holding the wand is kind of looking up at it in awe and wonder. You know, it's like he's discovering it for the first time. Wonderstruck. Yes, I like that. Wonderstruck. Okay. I feel like he is wonderstruck with the fact that he's able to do this right now. And that really touches my heart. That really touches my heart. He's very excited that he can do this and that this message can get out to his loved ones. Let's see what else comes out. We've got the Queen of Clubs now. He's saying to me that he is so proud of you. He's so proud of your intelligence and how far you have come in life. He just can't get over how intelligent you are. He keeps saying, man, very intelligent, very proud, very proud. And he's proud of what you're doing with this intelligence. He says you're going to go to great places and see great things and do awesome things. And in a sense, he's kind of living vicariously through you. And he's saying to grab one more card. So we've got the King of Spades. With this King of Spades coming out, this is speaking about intelligence and using intelligence in an authoritative way. So perhaps where you're going in life is maybe you're going into a career of law. Perhaps being going to law school, or maybe you're applying to become a cop, or you are a cop and you're moving up in the field. Feeling that vibe very strongly. He's speaking about how he's so proud of you. But even if you're not going into a career of law, you're using your intelligence to have authority over your own life in general. And this is what he is just over the moon about. He's saying over the moon. Just over the moon about it. Now he's showing me that childhood story of the cow jumped over the moon. So maybe he read that story to you, or maybe that story is significant to you. The cow jumped over the moon. Do you want me to pull any more of these cards? He said no, he wants to play with the... He says, no, I want to play with the raccoon cards. Alright, let's play with the raccoon cards then. As I'm shuffling these, I'm looking at the letters there. And now I keep seeing Cop Queen. Cop Queen. Maybe you're a... Could be a divine feminine within the law enforcement field. Perhaps. Yeah, see, look. Accomplishment. Possibilities. This man is so proud of everything you have accomplished so far and the possibilities of where you are going. With that golden light ahead through the dark alley, you know what I mean? Like you're following the light. You're seeing this pathway here, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you are like, he says, they're running towards it. They are running towards it very fast. They're very fast, he said. He cracks me up, dude. He's funny. Let's see what else. The empty nest with the inner calling. You're following your inner calling. He commends you for that, because not everybody, he's saying not everybody in the family did that. You know, following their passions, following their inner calling. So perhaps your career choice is going against the odds within the family. But it's definitely a calling of yours, and you're following it. That's how you're running towards that light at the end of the alleyway there. He's saying that the white feather is significant to you as well. We've got curiosity here. You're very curious about things. And you question a lot of things. Oh, this is giving me investigator vibes. Maybe you're training to become like an investigator or something. That's cool. With teamwork. Working on a team. An investigative team, maybe. Got the fox and the badger there. Is there anything else that... Yeah, he said yes. Unpredictability with the squirrels. Squirrel. He's saying that the job that you're going into involves a lot of unpredictability. A lot of random late nights, he's saying. But you're committed. You're adapting. Your adaptability is amazing to him as well. You got hope and renewal. He's saying that you might have been struggling a little bit recently, emotionally speaking. And he's hoping that him coming forward to you through this message is going to give you more hope, to let you know that there is definitely more to life than just living and dying, he's saying. There is definitely more to life than just living and dying. And he's saying that just because he is no longer flesh and bone, he's still with you. He says we still hang out all the time. Just in a different way. Yes. Just in a different way. And he's going to give you, if you have not seen them already, he's going to give you signs that he's near you. He's saying that you get random thoughts in your mind, like things will just pop up, and then you're like, where'd that come from? He says, that's me. That's me, he said. That's funny. Yeah, vitality and success. That's what you're headed towards. That is what you're headed towards. Is there anything else? He says, no, I reckon that was it. I reckon that was it. Well, thank you, sir, for presenting your wonderful, hilarious energy with me. I really needed a smile as well. This was very fun for me. So thank you for spending some time in the here and now. And I thank all of you guys for allowing this space to occur so that these messages can come out to loved ones as well. I really appreciate it. Even if this message wasn't for you, I appreciate the patience. And I love you all so, so much. And I'm proud of all of you. We're proud of all of you. That's what I heard him say. All right. Until the next one, I will continue to just send you loving vibrations. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Okay. Bye.